Hey there everyone, welcome back to Gamevine, and my name is David, and today we're going to continue to look into the Red Dragon Inn series by going over the second base set. And Red Dragon Inn 2 expands the fantasy world where you are drinking, gambling, and pummeling your fellow heroes. And if you watched my first review of Red Dragon Inn 1, you already know that I like this game. So this is just expanding and adding more to that world. I also mentioned that because I'm not going to be explaining how to play this game. I'm only going to go over the 4 extra heroes that are introduced to the game and the extra drink cards that they add as well. So without further ado, let's call over the winch, order a round on the house, and find out what comes in the box and how these heroes actually play out. Let's go. Before we get into the box, I do want to do some clarifications from the first video that I went over. Again, if you want to learn how to play this game, go to the first review. You can find out all about it. The clarification that I want to make, I put the counters backwards. So you're supposed to put the fortitude on 20 and your alcohol content on 0. Also, clarification on reshuffling decks. If it's your player deck and it's all in the discard pile, you simply just take it, shuffle it, put it back in your deck at no penalty to yourself. But with the drink deck, if it runs out, everyone at the table that's still in has to pay 1 gold to order another round of drinks, basically just to reshuffle the drink deck and then place it in front of everybody. Now that I've seen people actually get knocked out that way, so it is important to remember. Okay, so let's quickly go over what comes in the box. Second verse is the same as the first. You get the same setup for 4 players as you do in the Red Dragon Inn 1 base set, but you get different heroes. That's the only thing that really changes, with the exception of some of the drink cards. You get the 4 reliable cardboard placemats. You get the nice cardboard slew of gold here, the drink deck, the glass bead components, and the 4 heroes: Eve, Dimli, Gog, and Fleck. So with that being said, let's go over the cards and what the heroes do, but first let me show you the few different drinks they added to Red Dragon Inn 2. Okay, they of course have the same stuff as they do from the first game, with the wine to the ale, the chasers, the coffee, and whatnot, but they do add a few different cards, and let's go over those now. And the first one we have here is mead. Now the effect of this is gain 3 alcohol content, and it says if it's not a result of a chaser or a drink event, you get to split this and give it to another player, and you both take that effect. You always round up, so each player will take 2 alcohol content if you do so. And so that was the mead. The next one here is Dwarven Firewater. This of course is added because there is a dwarf in the game. Oh, sorry, that was my squeal. I love dwarfs. Sorry, I digress. This combats the dragon firewater that's in the game. It's 4 alcohol content. The next one here is Orc Brew. You gain 2 alcohol content, lose 1 fortitude, but if you're an orc, you get 3 alcohol content because they love drinking their brand. The next one here is the challenge. So you can choose either discard this card or do the effect. And if you choose to take the challenge, you reveal 2 more drinks off the top of the drink deck and drink them. If it doesn't knock you out, each player has to pay you a gold. So if you're doing good on drinks but you're low on money, this could be really worth your while. The last card that we have here is a Fine Ambrosia, Nectar of the Gods, and this one has you pay to kind of heal yourself. You pay 2 gold, you gain 1 alcohol content, but you also gain 4 fortitude. So if you're running low on fortitude, this can help you out. But if you don't have the money or you don't want to do it, you can discard it and drink the next card on the drink deck. So those were the added drink cards. Now let's go over our favorite thing about Red Dragon Inn, the heroes. And first we will go over Eve the Illusionist. Of course, the decks all consist of the gambling cards and the winch cards, so I'm not going to go over those. You can find out what those do in the prior video. Let's just go over Eve's player cards. Her flavor text is the good. Eve is a very skilled illusionist. The bad. She has been known to use her skills on her fellow party members when she gets bored. This is the first deck that really hones in on the redirect mechanism. So she has a lot of cards that redirect fortitude damage and drinks, and that is really neat, and let's go over all of her cards right now. And the first one we have here is an I don't think so card. Every deck has one. Negates a sometimes card. And this is where she starts to ignore stuff. Now she is good at everything. She has a little bit of ignore fortitude, drinks, and gambling. The way that she does it though is pretty neat. So this one here, drink what? This is empty. She ignores a drink. This one here is again drink what? I attempt to disbelieve. This one, ignore an action, sometimes card that affects your fortitude, alcohol, or gold content. Again, she is good at dodging pretty much everything. This one here, my word, what could that be? Is a cheating card. Take control of a round. She has a few cheating cards. So this is where it starts to use the redirect mechanism. I'm not Eve, she's over there. If somebody affects your fortitude, you just basically pass damage off to another player, not the person that's attacking you. If there isn't another player, it just gets washed. So that is how she can redirect that. This one here, look into my eyes, you are getting drunker. Pick another player, they gain 2 alcohol, and pick another player, they lose 3 fortitude. Whoa, careful, that's real fire. I really like the color of Eve's deck. Purple is a really neat one, and she is pretty elegant. I like her colored dress, though she is well endowed. The last card that we have here is sleight of hand. Take 1 gold coin from the pot during the round of gambling. That has no effect on the round. You may play this card even if you have already left the round of gambling, so she can steal a little bit. So that was Eve. Now let's get on to the Bard. So Fleck the Bard. This guy, he is another all-around character. He has a little bit of everything, but he is about sharing the love, not more of a redirector, but he wants everybody to get hit or to drink with him. His flavor text is the good, women want him and men want to be him. The bad, sometimes, well, okay, often it goes to his head. So he can really get into trouble with gambling. He has a few cards to get out of it, but let me show you how his deck runs. And why not start off with a song? This guy has a song about everything. And now I'm going to play something really sad. Each player including you, loses 1 alcohol content. Each other player pays you 1 gold. So he's kind of helping people, but sometimes he does hurt them. And I do so hate to drink alone. Again, he's splitting the drink cost of what he's about to drink with another player. How about a rowdy drinking song? Each player loses 1 fortitude. Each player, including you, gains 1 alcohol content. Pay 1 gold to the end. So again, he's all about sharing the love. I've composed a poem about our most recent adventure. Each player pays 1 gold to you. That's how he can stay in the game, but again, he's not much of a gambler, so you might get in trouble there. Oops, I've dropped my cards. This is one of his few cheating cards he has. Take control of the round of gambling. Oh, I hate when one of my strings break. Pick another player, they lose 2 fortitude. Winch, please allow me to pay for these drinks with a song. Now this is the only card that I've seen of this kind. Normally people have this in their deck and they have to pay 1 gold to get 3 drinks to pass out. He just gets an additional 2 drinks and the one that he draws and puts it in players' drink decks. So that's pretty cool, and again, he just gets it because who he is. He's Fleck. Continues to go on and on. He has some ignored drinks and some ignored fortitude, and he doesn't really dish out too much. He's just one of those all-around characters trying to have a good time and get as much stuff for free because of who he is. So that is Fleck the Bard. Now let's go over to the other heroes in the base set. Okay, Gog. Now he is a pretty strong character. He hits really hard and he can drink a lot as well. He has some ignored drinks and he can split as well, but he's not much of a gambler. But this is one of my favorite characters in all of Red Dragon Inn. It's going to be hard not to show you all the cards, but let's go over a few of them. So the flavor text on Gog here, the good, Gog is really strong. The bad, sorry, Gog not known owns strength. And you can see it's broken English, Orcish English, you know, and that's all the flavor on the cards as well. It's broken up like that, and it's very humorous, and that's why I really like this character. And the text on it explains it all. He's really strong, and he's going to knock people around, and he can handle a few boos as well. So let's show you some of the cards here. Again, it's going to be really hard not to show you every one. Sorry, Gog not see you sitting there. Lose 3 fortitude, pay 1 in gold to the end there, so he's paying a lot. Do not bother Gog. This is allowing him to get out of gambling, so he does have some stopping gambling and not getting in trouble there. Stop poking Gog, ignoring an action or sometimes card. He's got a lot of ignore stuff like that. Wench, bring more drinks now. So he's insisting that's where he's paying 1 gold and getting 2 more drinks. Again, the bard doesn't have to do that. Gog angry now. He reminds me of the Hulk. I just, that's what I think every time I play this orc, and if the Hulk were drinking, this is how he would act. Again, stop poking Gog. Gog say you drink more, so he passes more drinks to people. Gog not think so, so his I don't think so is in 3rd person. I love it. Dance with Gog. So this is a funny one. Pick another player, they lose 4 fortitude just by dancing with this half orc. And it keeps going on like that. Again, oh, he's got shut up, and he gets angry. So he hits people a lot, but he can get in trouble when it comes to gambling. Now that we've gone over 3 of the heroes, let's go on to my favorite. I saved the best for last, the dwarf. Dun, da, da, Dimli or Dimli the Dwarf. Now he is the best ever. This is my absolute favorite character in all of Red Dragon Inn, and there are other ones that come along that kind of change the game, though my heart has always been with dwarves, so I'm a little biased, but I do like the way that Dimli, I'm going to call him Dimli, plays as well. He's kind of my play style, so let's get into what his flavor text says right now. So the good, he's got a lot of gold and can pretty much drink anyone under the table. The bad, sometimes he gets a little grumpy. And if you're one of those players that likes to stack gold in front of you and get a lot of that and not have to worry about gambling or people stealing your gold away from you because you always have a lot, he is a good player to have in that front. And again, it says here that he can drink anyone under the table, so he can handle his booze. He also passes off a lot of drinks as well, but he's not going to hit people a lot, though it does say the bad that sometimes he gets a little grumpy. He can pack a wallop if you make him mad. So he has a lot of those cards that give him gold and help him win gambling as well. So the first one here is, are you saying I'm grumpy? This is where you lose fortitude for another player. I mean, look at the art. He just looks great. His armor is fantastic. It's epic dwarf armor. Oh, I gotta stop. Anyway, good thing I was wearing my great-grandfather's helmet. Ignore an action or sometimes cards, so he's good at ignoring stuff. Pick another player, they lose 1 fortitude. Stop using my head as a table. My mother gave me stronger stuff when I was a baby. This is where he ignores stuff, and he's got a few of those. You have this. I'm waiting for the good stuff again. He's trying to ignore drinks and just stack up his gold. Thanks, but I think I'll be keeping my gold. This helps him stay out of a gambling round. That's it. No more short jokes. Again, he can pack a punch. He hit some fortitude there. Best 2 out of 3. So this helps him take control of a gambling round. In layman's terms, there's a lot of text there. Let me check my money belt. So this allows him to take gold from the inn instead of him anteing from his bank. Drink up, friends. He lets everyone drink in that phase. Hey, you almost damaged my beard. Play this immediately after you lose fortitude. They also lose fortitude. Again, kind of a splashback effect. Spike it with fire water. He is mean, like a lot of the characters in here, where they have a few cards like that, and it keeps on going like that. And he has a few cards that help him really get gold. Again, he ignores drinks, and that is Dimli. So those are all the heroes and all the drinks that were added in this set. Let me go over what I gave this grade-wise and tell you if I like this more than the first set, or if I like the first set a little more than this one. And that was Red Dragon Inn 2, and as we always do on Gamevine, I'm going to be giving this game a grade and or a percentage, and I settled on an 86 for Red Dragon Inn 2. Yes, I like this set more than the first one, but it doesn't mean that I don't like the first set. And this one will always be near and dear to my heart because it was the first set that I ever played, and of course I played with the dwarf, and I don't want to overplay him because I'm completely biased, but his mechanism is nice. The orc has invoked so much laughter in this game, more than any other character that I've played with before. And, well, Pookie is pretty funny as well, but I digress. I don't want to talk about Buki because he is an ally. But the orc is very funny and fun, and that's what this game is all about, is a nice layer of humor on this fantasy-based card play game that plays really smooth. And this just gives us more of what we love about Red Dragon Inn already, with minor tweaks. And like I said, I played this one first, and I kind of recommend this set first. If you want a great experience, start off with number 2. Not to say that number 1 is bad, I like number 1 and the characters in it. This one just has more of what I picture Red Dragon Inn to be. And the mechanism of sharing the love and or redirecting the love, as I've been saying over and over again in this video, is seamlessly integrated into this game. So if you have the first one, you can go out and get this set and start playing right from the get-go, because it incorporates it so well. And I know what you're thinking, can I play this game with more than 4 players now? And yes, you can. You can go up to 8, and if you want to play 5 to 8 players, you just add the second drink deck. Or you can add the second drink deck in a smaller player game, but that will play less effect on when you have to buy rounds and reshuffle the drink deck. And that is a minor thing in the game, but it can affect it. And that was Red Dragon Inn 2. I dare to say that this is my favorite, but I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Look forward to the next installments and 3 coming up here real soon. And thank you so much for joining me here on GameVine today in the review of Red Dragon Inn 2. Hopefully this was informational, and now you can see which heroes you like the most. And until the next time that I see you, have a great rest of your day and a great time with all that you play. You heard it here on the GameVine. I'm out. Bye guys.